Last few days I've been working on a live edition of a game, Among Us, and this is pretty much it. The rules are pretty complicated, but if you played Among Us, you will find it quite easy to follow. So, there are some prerequisites that you'll need. First is something to make noise, like a whistle or a megaphone or a tambourine or something like that. Cards with rows, cards with tasks. Something to write on and something to write with, so the game master, the person that manages the game, can remember stuff without relying on memory. Also, crewmates could use something to write with, and this is pretty much it. So first of all, first step of the game, let's talk about gameplay. Roles are given. So right now I know that the first card is the last card is the game master, right? Because I haven't shuffled these cards. So cards are dealt, roles are assigned to every player, and usually there should be about 1 imposter per 3 crewmates. And whenever somebody pulls a game master card, they have to announce themselves, saying, okay, I'm mastering this game, I'm the game master. I'll be sitting here, and this is the center spot of our spaceship, to follow the convention of Among Us. Whenever somebody pulls a crewmate card, or an imposter card, or an imposter card, or an imposter card, they have to keep their identity hidden. Under no circumstances they are to reveal it unless they are killed or during killing. Alright, so everybody gets their cards, their identity cards, they keep them hidden. Right, so let's just say we'll play with these 3 fellas, right? There's 1 imposter, there are 2 crewmates. Each of them has to pick up a task card. Alright, each task has a task, what you have to do, and emergency mitigation. Well, I'll talk about it later. Task and another task. And they go about their business. Now, crewmates and imposters can talk about their tasks. One can walk up to another and say, hey, what you doing? And the other one says, well, my task is to follow 1 crewmate for 5 minutes, maintaining approximate distance of 2 meters, and hum a creepy tune and grin suspiciously like a madman, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Okay, that's a bit creepy, and fine, yes, that explains. Reason for this task is you look like an imposter when you're doing this, right? Now, an imposter has a unique ability. They can lie about their task. So it says, stand in a corner of the bike shed and count quietly to 30. Now, imposter doesn't have to do this task. They can do something else. They know the tasks because they played the game a few times, hopefully, and they can pretend they're doing completely different tasks. They can, for example, follow a crewmate and wait for them to be alone. Right. So, if an imposter, if somebody fails the task, an imposter spots them failing the task, or game master spots them that, you're not standing in a corner of the bike shed. When they turn in this card saying, yes, I've completed the task, to the game master, this is what they do at the end of the task. Yep, game master, I've done this. I want next task card. Game master gives them a task card. But then, after some time, 30 seconds or so, game master announces emergency. Says, look guys, no, it doesn't actually reveal the task that was failed, because this could reveal the imposter. Says, there's an emergency, a crewmate in each corner of the bike shed, and all together have to count out loud to 30. this goes to a discard pile. These task cards shouldn't be used anymore. An impostor always fails their task. Some tasks don't have emergency mitigation. So for example here, this task won't result in an emergency, alright? It's up to Game Master's discretion to declare an emergency. Sometimes they may not declare an emergency even if an impostor failed the task on purpose, right? They can just go, whatever. It's up to the Game Master. Okay. If this emergency is not mitigated, if the crewmates do not follow that emergency procedure, imposter wins. Everybody dies, imposter wins. Some of the tasks will have emergency mitigation that kills players. So crewmates that are not standing on something metal by the end of the countdown, it's some sort of drain covers or vents or something like that in the pavement, they die. We'll talk about death in a moment. Alright, anyway, the impostor has finished the task in this case, right? They fail the task and all the players are kind of punished. They have to go and stand in the corner of a bike shed and count on whatever. Run 5 laps around bike shed. Okay, the impostor is really good at completing the tasks. They bring their next task to a Game Master. This fellow has completed their task as well, this one as well. When we run out of the tasks in this pile, the crew wins. The imposters lose. Okay, and anyway, they don't have a task, so whenever they go there, they have to request other next tasks, right? That's true. Oh, only one task remaining. No, 2 tasks remaining. Very good. Now this imposter follows the player, and they find the player isolated, and they show them their imposter card. Just approach them and show it like, a policeman's badge. The crewmate sits down, gives the imposter their crewmate card, and now they are a dead body. And the imposter goes about their business, right? They keep the crewmate card, but they can't use it, right? They just keep it as a souvenir. They go about their business, fulfilling the task or failing it, or just observing crewmen and being creepy. Now the dead body has a task that hasn't been fulfilled, so the task will go back to the task pile. Now I was thinking that there are 2 varieties of the game that I thought of. One is whenever you die, the task goes to discard, but it can go to the pile with tasks. Task pile, discard pile. There you go. It can go to either pile, and I think we should leave it to the Game Master to decide. So the imposter has killed a player. Now only 1 player remaining. So this player can be killed by imposter, or this player can quickly run to the Game Master when they found the dead body. Oh, wait a minute. Rewind. When the dead body is found by the player, they have to tell the Game Master. The Game Master shouts dead found or body found, and everybody has to gather around and they can discuss what to do. So, and at that stage, the dead crewmate that was here returns their card. That's what they did a moment ago, and they sit down with the Game Master. In fact, you know what? I should probably put this crewmate here with the Game Master, just so we remember, right? That he's sitting here. There you go. All right. So right now they called a meeting. Game Master has called the meeting. Only the Game Master really calls a meeting, because they have the device that makes noise and attracts everybody's attention. What is happening now is players can vote who gets kicked out. If majority votes that somebody is to be removed, they get kicked out and they reveal their identity. In this case, there's only one player, and if the player says, okay, I know that I didn't kill this guy, you must be the imposter has to reveal their identity and they lose. However, if the imposter kills the last crewmate and the body is not discovered, there's no meeting called, they can still go after this one, right? So this is a tricky choice. The fewer crewmates remaining, well, should be easier for the imposter. Now this rule about the voting and about imposter winning conditions are still to be determined. So we may play that if only one crewmate is remaining, it's an easy game for the imposter to kill them, so there have to be at least 2 crewmates for the crew to be able to win. Because right now, you know, if one crewmate, logically speaking, if this was really a situation, one crewmate wouldn't be overpowering an imposter. Okay. So, imposters' winning conditions are all the crewmates dead, crewmates not finished the tasks before the end of time. Crewmates winning conditions: all imposters dead, only Game Master knows how many imposters were in these cards, right? In the roll cards. All imposters dead, or all tasks finished. These are their winning conditions. So this is it. I'll still be working on these. I'll put a link to the file with the cards in the description. This is the file that I'm including. It's on my server. It shouldn't go unavailable. Let me know in the comments if it does. So you can see that I have 3 imposters here. It's a bit too many for that amount of crewmates, I guess, but it's up to the Game Master to balance the game. Tasks. These tasks are created for the environment outside my house, and these are just like placeholders. Really, you should, for example, registration plate starting with Wi-Fi 151 would be only in Ireland. So, you know, if you're in a different country, you probably want to adapt that. If there are no cars around, there's no point in having something with registration plates or count blue cars. Anybody can sing Happy Birthday to me, but you can change it to something else, right? There are plenty of things. Of course, if you don't have bike shed, at no point in running 5 laps around it. There should be more tasks than there are crewmates, obviously, so everybody has at least 1 task. Right, and here are the rules. This is still work in progress, but this should kind of give you ground rules, the idea behind the game. What I haven't written yet is how to conduct emergency meetings and voting. This should be very similar to the actual game. It could be probably played with normal cards. You know, you can call a joker an imposter, right? But probably these cards will wind up in people's pockets, and you don't want your playing cards to be destroyed. Or you could write these just by hand if you don't have a printer. This would be pretty easy to achieve. Probably different color of paper would be also beneficial, not to mix up tasks and roles. Alright, so thanks for watching, and if you have any ideas how we could improve this game or any comments, do let me know. Bye!